just doing coffee. Looks like we're live. Alright, a tweet. Live right now, doing all the activities we would have done at girls' trip. Goat yoga. Cat cafe. What else are we doing?
I think that's just the mic, folks.
What?
Just that it's kind of staticky. I think it's just this mic, though.
So weird.
I mean,
I've never had this problem until this trip.
You want me to try something crazy before people get here?
Yeah. Goat yoga, cat cafe. What else are we doing? Frat night. Art night. Frat night.
Is there any audio right now? Camera mic?
Frat night. Pottery.
Wow, I am a tech god, aren't I?
What else?
The only pottery,
French toast.
self-defense. The only problem with this is, well, we're not really going to be outside, so it's fine, but there's no wind muff now. Which is fine.
Self-defense.
Different wine about it angle. Welcome to the
Closing
podcast studio.
ceremonies.
Actually, it went on podcast studio. Welcome to the Cat Cafe.
We're at the Cat Cafe. Mods, will you put Cat Cafe in parentheses? Because it says speedrunning all girls trip things, and then put current Cat Cafe. Twitch.tv/QTCinderella. Tweet. 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 Wait, why you do that?
The audio's too quiet.
Oh. What? I don't know why that mic is like that, chat. I've never had that problem before.
Well, we're going off the camera mic right now. Is this any better? Does that change anything?
Chat?
I don't know how you flip this up.
You just pull it.
Does that change anything? Or no?
Girls trip with the ladies on Instagram. Got 400 and the man. Girls trip with the ladies. Durs, come enjoy the Cat Cafe. Thank you for the sub. No stream starting soon sign. Shit. This is the worst girls trip stream, I'm sorry. We're doing our best though. Big's actually 14 months. Kimberly, thank you for the 2. Sorry, this is insensitive. Did girls trip get canceled or is it postponed? I mean, the current trip was canceled. It's weird to say postponed, I think. I will do a new trip later, but this trip is canceled. And the next trip will probably change a little bit. We'll do different things. But yeah. Holy moly. Hell Satan with the 10 gifted.
Hey, what up?
The biggest Georgie fan I know. Aw, come on, thank you for the 5 gifted. Girls trip with the ladies. Who are on Instagram. Do you guys think when we actually do girls trip, it's gonna be so popular now? because of all the publicity of it getting canceled. Yeah. We could do a gun range stream.
Is this better? Can you tell them?
Can you guys hear me better?
Or do you want louder?
Or do you want louder? Much better. Yes,
Louder
better?
or no?
Sounds great. This is good. Good. They're all saying good. Why are you so late? I've just been tired, so everything's a little slow. I'm doing my best. But hey, it's girls' trip, and we're at the Cat Cafe, everybody.
I'm a tech god.
She's a tech god.
Welcome to the Cat Cafe.
Welcome to the Cat Cafe. We have so many cats here today.
Girls, trip.
Up
trip,
for
trip.
adoption. Durs, please. Come here. Do you want your food? It's gonna make the whole room smell like.
Ew, it
Hot
really
cat
is.
food.
Oh my god.
Do you want this? Oh, look at our first cat here at the Cat Cafe.
Wow.
It's this guy. He's really cute and he's excited to eat. Thank you, super duper. Cat Cafe is sick, yes. Mmm.
Yummy Durs.
Yummy Durs.
Breakfast.
Oh, I can smell it.
Someone said, imagine being rich and still looking like Maya.
She's not that rich.
What does that mean? That is so mean. Why would you say that?
Yeah, Cat Cafe. Look at him. Wow, I love this cat. Maybe I'll adopt him.
I don't want him.
That's messed up. He loves the camera though. Today at the Cat Cafe, we've got some matcha tea and some coffee.
Yeah, Lud made us drinks.
Lud was our barista this morning.
He made
Lud is too nice to me.
an iced matcha latte for me with oat milk.
And I have coffee. And this is what we do at the Cat Cafe, and we pet cats. I guess. But the cat's eating right now, so we shouldn't bother him.
Do you put honey in this also? No, it's sweetened oat milk.
He's a
Wow,
very
Lud.
good barista.
It's actually really good.
My coffee's not that good.
It's actually
But
really good.
we didn't tip him, so it's okay.
This is better than the matcha I make at home.
Wow, go
I
Ludwig.
think it's like vanilla oat milk or something. It's really good. It's very nice. I'm sweating. It's so hot.
It's really hot in here. This Cat Cafe has no air
This
conditioning.
cat cafe sucks.
Wow, they only have one cat.
So it begins. Wait, did you tweet?
Yeah, I tweeted a pretty bad tweet, but it was fine.
They're always bad.
Well, I probably should have done it in the order we're doing activities, but we don't know what order we're doing the
Yeah.
activities. So essentially, guys, we had the whole girls' trip schedule, and I know you guys really wanted to see the streams, so we're doing them. Baby,
Here we are.
here we are.
Welcome to Girls Trip.
No sponsors.
Neither of us feel sick, by the way. Neither of us.
Yeah,
feel
neither.
sick.
I don't feel sick at all. Besides, like my hypochondria,
Right.
but that changes very often.
Right.
Um,
Do you want half the scone?
yeah. Maya stole these scones.
They were on the table next to our drinks. I assume that Lud put them there for a cat cafe.
It's really sweet if he did that.
I think he did.
He's so nice to me. I love him, chat. Not as much as I love this cat that I'm gonna adopt today from this Cat Cafe.
So you're gonna put him in a backpack and take him home.
Girls trip with two ladies. Yeah, this is a girls trip. Alinity and Britt, I think, are doing a cooking stream today too.
Yeah. Saw that.
But wow, they got scones at this Cat Cafe. It's so
Oh
nice.
my god, I love a cat cafe.
Oh, so yummy.
I'm gonna need to charge my phone.
Yeah.
Soon. We actually have a lot of stuff to do. We're gonna play a Newlyweds game today too. I'm most excited for self-defense.
Yeah, I don't know why she keeps bringing it up. I'm a little scared.
I think it's so funny.
Mmm.
Remember when they were denying that they were dating?
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not denying it anymore.
I'm pregnant.
Both of us are dating Prezzo. It's awesome. He's so good to me. Dude, look at this cute cat. Are you loving it? Do you want to be adopted? What do you think?
It's crazy. He has no sense of self-preservation.
What does that mean?
I could pull out a gun right now and put it at his forehead, and he wouldn't eat. He would just keep eating.
Yeah, I would. Because he's just like, we should be more like dudes, you know, no worries. No, but these were really good.
They're actually really good.
I
I was surprised because they look really bad, but they're not.
Yeah. I shouldn't eat another one, but I'm going to eat a whole other one.
Can I have the corner of it?
Well, let's just split it in half then, because I don't eat one full one. That wasn't in half.
I only wanted the corner. When's yesterday's podcast episode going to be on YouTube?
Don't ask Danny.
He'll cry.
He's having a little issues.
About 2 hours ago, it said there were 2 hours and 23 minutes left on the upload for YouTube. So, hopefully within the next
YouTube
hour.
hates Danny.
It really does.
It'll be
really
up
does.
soon. But
Deleted the VOD while I was in the middle of it. I'm actually sorry, that sucks. It does, like, it really, it hurts me a little bit when people are like, oh, like, I missed it, and I can't watch the VOD, now I have to wait, whatever. Like, I do feel bad, because I want people to be able to watch it, but also, like, we have to make money off of it. That's why it goes on QT's YouTube, you know? That's why we delete the VOD.
yeah.
But I do feel bad, I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
feel. Cat got back in the backpack.
Oh,
Durs!
he loves it. He's ready to go.
He's in the backpack trying to leave, chat. His little cat backpack.
Manscaped sponsor. Yeah, we'll see.
We're
They're
hoping.
interacting with us a lot on Twitter.
Manscaped, if you want to sponsor us, we like balls shaved too. So, you know, we're down. Most of our audience is
I don't really
male.
care, to be honest.
We will tell them to shave their balls.
Also,
Shave your balls, boys.
someone on Twitter yesterday was
Brought
like,
to you by Manscaped.
we were talking about because I tweeted about the podcast, and they're like, can't wait to hear all the same stories over again. I really don't feel like we're that bad about that.
You did tell one story over again.
Yeah, but like,
Well, we noticed.
okay, but I feel like it's not one of those podcasts. I feel like it's not
We actually
that bad.
don't. We don't. I feel
I
like we
thought
don't.
we would, but I feel like we don't. It makes me sad.
I think we have a good podcast.
You retell a lot of stories. Zach, you watch all my streams. Of course you're going to hear me say the
Well-
same stories. You've heard them on my stream, too.
Yeah, I had the period story I almost told my stream, but I waited to tell the podcast. But there are times where we tell a story on stream and then we want to tell each other. So it's just a fun little mishmash. Applesauce.
Yesterday was a lot. Really?
No way. Who are you talking? Who's asked? Who's
I
saying?
don't know. We talked about so many different things. Like, every time we talk about different things. We talked about, like hauntings yesterday, and, like, kidnapping, and, like, self-defense, and I don't know.
The whole
Period
sex
stories?
trafficking segment was repeated. That was from Housewives podcast, bruh. That was never on this podcast, bish. That's right. I'm gonna keep calling you names, idiot. Also, yes, Cass is my stats guy. He's a genius, by the way. Every 3 to 6 months, you get a brand new audience, so you can retell stories.
Is it fair to say that it's, like, 90% new stuff and 10% retelling stories? Is that fair?
Oh my god, 50 gifted subs.
Chozo with the 50.
Tozo, thank you for investing in Girls Trip.
Yay, girls trip.
Chat, I have to come.
Okay,
clean.
that is fine then. 85-15. It is not 70-30, Shrez. No, it's not. I'll take 85-15.
I have to come clean, chat. I relapsed yesterday.
Go ahead.
I relapsed. Where's Durs? The one cat at the cat cafe is currently trying to get out of the room.
I didn't say that. Oh, sorry, Shrez.
Unfortunately. Durs, please come here.
Durs,
You're
you're
our
really
only cat.
actually vital part of this segment.
He's pissing me off.
He's watching flies
He's loving it, though.
outside the window.
So I relapsed yesterday because LSF wants my content so desperately that there was a top clip of Choco Bars who wasn't even at Girls Trip saying, oh, Girls Trip got canceled, I feel so bad for Cutie.
Also, no, there was no drama baiting in the clip. She literally was just
There's
streaming.
no drama baiting in the clip.
She was just streaming, and she's like, "Oh, I feel so bad.
Just
They
a
got
genuine
canceled."
sweet clip of
It was
sweet little chocolate
anything
bars.
to talk about it on LSF.
Yeah. And then the whole thread was so rude. It was so rude. It was so rude. And
I
people,
didn't read it because I was like,
I was spiraling.
I was like,
I left.
I felt bad because she was freaking out, but I was like, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to do that to myself. I like skimmed it. I saw a couple of the top ones, and I was like, I can't do it anymore.
It's just so weird. Like, one of the people was, like, I just have to divulge this to get out of my brain because I have OCD and that's how it works. I'm sorry. One of the comments were like, Cutie works so hard on this, blah, 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 which is like really sweet. I do work really hard on it. And then another comment was like, why do people always say she works hard on it? Is this insinuating that she actually doesn't? And I'm like, what a psychopathic way. No, I just work hard on it, and I have a lot of viewers, I think, that appreciate it, and yeah, I just work hard on it. And
I also was a really bad friend yesterday because Katie was actually upset about this thread, and we were sitting on the couch and she was reading it, and she was talking to me. I straight up fell asleep. Like, for the entire night, I didn't wake up again until the morning, and I was like, oh, damn, she was definitely talking to me. Like, she was talking to me, and I was just not responding. It was because I fell asleep.
When she went like this, I was like, yeah, blah, 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 I'm messaging, blah, 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 and she just all of a sudden,
sorry.
And I was like, she's asleep.
I was really tired.
It's fine. But, yeah, it was lame. And I know just don't read it. And that's literally why I got banned from LSF, because I'm addicted to it. That's why I got banned. I have a problem. I know I have the problem. I know it's my problem. But then, like, one of them was like, yeah, Cutie said on the podcast she lost 40K. And then people are like, yeah, but she also is the only one that profits from these events, and blah, blah, blah. I would like to make it very clear that my goal with these events is for everyone to make money. And I've never profited enough to make a substantial split. But literally all the girls knew that my goal was, this cost me 60K. I was hoping to get, 50K in sponsors, sell 20K worth of merch, then every girl gets paid out $500 or whatever, because that's the profit. That's my goal. I try to split it evenly. I don't even try to make money off of it. But sadly, I've never made enough money off of these events to even have that discussion with the people at the events yet. But yeah, even streamer awards, I paid the musicians. I try my best. So, anyway, I just want you guys to know I try to be. The reason I talk about the money, the reason I talk about the time is because it's like an investment to me, and I also feel like it's like an investment from my community too, because you guys like support my shit. Like, I've always described my own subs as like almost a Patreon for good content. Like, I realize that we do desktop streams all the time. But the most money I spend on my content is when we do IRLs or we do these big events. And so it's just like whenever people sub, they're supporting that content. They're not necessarily just supporting my desktop streams, because my desktop streams aren't the best content. So that's why I'm so transparent with it, because I just want you guys to know like where your money's going and what I'm producing with it and what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to create. But anyway, there's that story. And here's a cat.
Here's Durs. Also, the move with LSF, I was describing this to Cutie, I've said it on my stream before. Before I got myself banned, I turned off all my clips, which honestly was just kind of a bummer. Like, it kind of sucks to not be able to go back and look at clips. And, like, it's really bad for my editors, too, to not be able to make clips. And then I got myself banned, could have my clips on, everything was great. Everything was so great. After, I never regretted it. I was like, this is so sick, this is the best decision of my life. Then they changed it, so your clips can get put on there, but they lock the threads.
Well, it's crazy because all of the girls trip clips that got posted on there got so like downvoted that they didn't go up,
because
which is great.
Knows we don't want to be on there.
But then Janet's clip gets upvoted to the top of the page, so they can all just talk shit, and it's like,
right.
Some people were really nice. I'll admit, but there were more like completely downvoted comments than there were like nice ones.
Yeah, and this doesn't really apply to the Janet thread because there's nothing we can do about that. But Space is making a bot. That takes any of my clips that get posted on LSF and automatically deletes them on my channel, like before the mirror bot can make a mirror. So I can leave my clips on, but if you post anything on LSF, it's just gone.
Thank you, Lewis.
And thank you, Lewis, big time. And so nothing will grow on there, which is pretty sick. That's the move for me, and I think Cutie's gonna buy that bot from Space.
It's just so funny. It's funny because it's just like, the LSF mods were very nice when I asked to be banned, and they got me banned, and they like sent me some messages being like, is there anything we can do to help, And then like yesterday I saw the thread, and I like sent them the screenshot, and I was like, this is why I don't want to be on this website. It's not live stream fails, it's live stream let's shit on 100 streamers. Like, there's probably like 100 streamers that consistently get posted on live stream fails out of the
It's less
tens
than that.
of thousands. Like, there are tens of thousands of streamers. Why do they just decide to hate 20 of them or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
I hate this. Hold on. This guy said, oh, maybe he got banned. No, he got timed out. He got timed out, but this is my least favorite argument that I've ever heard. Why is everyone mad at LSF? They literally made you. It is like the worst. I've said it before. Like, I'm grateful for LSF. I would not exist without it.
But LSF is different than it was.
But that doesn't mean that you have to still like it or that it's still good for you. It's like the worst argument I've ever heard. That's like saying if you have like it's not a very good example, but I don't have a better one right now. You have like a terribly abusive mother or something, and you're like, well, she's still family. You still have to love her. It's like, no, you don't. Like, that's not how that works.
This is so interesting. Okay, I want to, because I'm dumb. You guys know that. I'm pretty stupid. And I forget what words mean. And I do see people on LSF call me narcissistic a lot. And I'm Googling narcissism, and its personality qualities include thinking very highly of oneself. Which, if you guys watch me for more than a few hours, you know that's not true. Needing admiration. I don't accept any admiration, so that's not true. Believing others are inferior. Absolutely not. I think everybody in the world is better than me. And lacking empathy for others, that's insane. That one's genuinely insane, because I feel guilty and bad for other people all the time. So I always think narcissist, like, calling, like, I just think it's such a weird blanket term that people throw out when I'm like, you don't even watch me if you think I'm that. Like, you just don't. I know I'm not that, because I wish I was that, because I bet if I was a narcissist, I'd have some, like, dope self-confidence, and that'd be sick. Like, that's the one thing I actually talked to my therapist about. I was like, well, not the one thing. I've talked to my therapist about many things. But I was like, I wish as a human in this world, I could, like, wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror and be like, you're great, bitch. But instead I'm just like, you're a bitch. But yeah, I will never be that way. Maybe I will with enough therapy, but I don't have enough therapy at the moment. Maybe I need more. I'll be fine.
People get so annoyed
Happy
when
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. People get so annoyed when streamers get unlocked in LSF and we talk about it too much when we're just like, oh, we just want to move it. This is like why it's a problem though, is we really do get unlocked and it matters way too much. And I still have yet to figure out why it affects me so much.
Yeah, I also think it's funny when people are like, they're like, oh, LSF lives rent-free in your head, or you're banned from LSF, move on, or like whenever people tell you to move on, it's like, well, we're talking about it because it means something to us. And like,
but I don't know why. It's because I'll read YouTube comments. There'll be hate comments on YouTube, and it feels so far away. Like the people feel so far away, and I never. They genuinely don't bother me. I can read hate comments on YouTube, and I feel nothing. But for some reason on Reddit, it just feels like my community. It feels like level-headed people.
Well, it's because they used to be. That's how I feel. I feel like Reddit used to be my community. Like, I think, like, even back in my Raj show days, like, my shit would get posted and some people would be like, oh, this girl's so annoying, but there'd also be so many people that's like, that would, like, cheer you on. You know, especially when you're a small streamer. I was a small streamer, and it was like, those were the most comments I'd see, and they were like, you go, girl, and I was like, yeah, these people think I'm cool, and then all of a sudden these people hate me, and I'm like, what did I do? And then I'm like, oh, I know what I did. I got mad at Bapsity once. That's pretty much it, I think, is...
That's weird. Banned streamers talk about LSF a bunch because, I mean, we have to get banned for a reason, because it affects us the most.
Again, it fucked me up so badly that, like, I had to get banned. I wish it didn't fuck me up. It's like a cocaine addict talking about cocaine. Like, I no longer am I'm free from cocaine, but I'll probably bring it up sometimes about how bad it made me feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Welcome to the Cat Cafe. Can I get you a pizza?
Come here. Durs.
Oh, is he gonna throw up?
What was that?
You okay? You got burps?
I know you don't like this, but I'm
Hi guys, this is our one cat at the Cat Cafe. His name is Frederick.
Durs.
I'm hoping someone will adopt him today. I think I might, because I think he's cute and very lovable and loves people.
He's mad!
He's so fun and friendly. Jersey, come here.
I have to make a Discord announcement.
Girls trip with the ladies.
Ladies.
So this is the Cat Cafe. Do you guys have any questions for the cat?
Girls trip, speed run.
Where are you going? Nowhere. We're staying at the house, doing all of the activities we were supposed to do at Girls Trip in a very scuffed way.
Yeah. I don't know why the comment about repeating stories bothers me so much.
Oh, it happens.
But I don't know why that one in particular. Or maybe it's because of Housewives. Maybe I'm triggered because people said that for Housewives.
People, yeah. I think people say that a lot about podcasts. I've heard people say it about The Yard.
Yeah.
But especially women, I don't know, maybe we do talk about the same thing, but do you still listen and enjoy it?
Yeah, I just don't think it's that bad. Like, I feel like, I hate the idea that we, like, don't have content, you know, that we're just, like, repeating content.
Do you guys think we don't have content?
Well, okay, that's a leading question.
Do you guys think that? They're all saying yep. Just kidding, they're saying no. Yeah, I don't know. I think we tell different stories a lot. I think a hard thing for me is, the cool thing about The Yard that I've thought about before is that there's 4 guys, and they fill 1 out, well, if you count their extra, but they fill 2.5 hours once a week. Maya and I fill 4 hours once a month. And the issue is if we did 2 hours once a week, we'd actually be easier because we would still have stuff on our mind.
Right.
And so it'd be easier to talk about, like, oh yeah, I just traveled to Texas and blah blah blah, and you know, a whole episode would just be, it'd be much shorter, and it'd just be different. And also having 4 people on a podcast is like kind of goated, because then everybody has an opinion on one thing. So like a 10-minute story can be turned into a 40-minute story because each person has 10 minutes worth of opinions to give. This is just like me and Maya, and so it's actually, I'm gonna say it, it's harder.
It's hard.
We have a hard
and
job.
I think that's also
it's even
why,
harder than Housewives, because Housewives have 5 people.
Yeah, I think that's why we fall into repeating things too, is because you forget what you did in the past month. All I could remember is, I asked my team, I was like, can you tell me what's happened in the last month? Because all I can remember is Girls Trip. Because we forget what happened recently, and then we just start telling old stories, like ones that we, you know.
Yeah.
And then that's, yeah. And that's why. But it's fine.
I also think a lot of the stories we retold last night was that were ones from Housewives. They weren't ones from, besides the boob one, but like the car one, and I think the possessed one I've told on Housewives before. Because, actually, fun little cat cafe topic, I went to a stand-up show, and we meant to talk about this on Housewives last night, or not Housewives.
Oh, right.
On Wine About It last night, but I got distracted. I went to a stand-up show. It's the first time I've been to a stand-up show in a long time, and usually when I go to stand-up shows, it's for a comedian that I think specifically is funny. Yeah. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go to Tosh.
My problem is I don't think any stand-up comedians are funny.
I'm going to show you one that is really funny.
Okay.
You will love him. It's funny because he's not a profane comedian, which is, I normally go to like dark, edgy humor. Mm-hmm. Like Anthony Jeselnik is someone that I enjoy. For any comedy fans in the chat, I like Ali Wong, Anthony Jeselnik, Chelsea Handler. I think can be really funny. Mm-hmm. I think Tasha's stuff used to be really good. I used to like Pete Davidson, but his shit's kind of bad now.
Oof.
I'll be honest, it's kind of bad. But, anyway, I go to a stand-up show, and it made me realize I could be a comedian.
Yeah,
I'm way funnier than all of them.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
narcissism is not.
Narcissism is this. No, okay. I think okay. So this was the issue with it. I'm not kidding. Let me give you an example. So the girl, I think I could at least be an MC. I don't know if I can be a real comedian, but I could at least be an MC, because this one girl, she's the one who was like introing each person, and she went up to do her set, and then she like did her set, and then she'd go intro the person, they'd come up do their set, and then she'd go up again to intro the next person, and she'd like make a joke in between. Her jokes were so bad, like so predictable. Like she talked about how she has an old husband, and she's like, she like talks about how he shits himself, and she's like, yeah, he's actually here right now. And she's like, he's back there. And she like waves, and there's no one there, but she's pretending he's in the audience. And she's like, it's okay, he can't hear me. And it's like, good one. Like, holy shit.
She's gonna text you and freak out.
Yeah.
You're ruining her reputation.
It was so bad. And I've written some jokes before, Like, actually, the whole possessed thing, I wrote a whole set on it. Because I almost went to like, I wanted to do stand-up for a little bit, and so I'd write sets in my spare time. But the whole, like, acting possessed and blah, 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 it's a much longer, like, set that I wrote. But I think people always think it's funny whenever I bring it up, you know?
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it's funny. And I have a few sets that I've written. But I was watching it, and another thing she kept doing, she kept making jokes about the lyrics from WAP. Like, she was like, making macaroni with my wet ass pussy. So gross. And I was like, no one was laughing. It was just so bad. It was so insanely bad. And, anyway, I don't know. Like, if you guys watch even, like, the roasts I do, I feel like my roasts are pretty good, too. But I think I could be a stand-up comedian. I'd probably fail. But when I am 50 and no one wants to watch me play video games anymore, I'll do that.
I 100% could not.
As a backup.
I 100% could not be a stand-up comedian, and here's why.
Yeah.
I think that I've gotten here. Okay, in the last 6 months, I've gotten so much better about holding my own alone. But I think that my strength in being funny, if I'm funny at all, is completely reliant on my dynamic with the other person and like the reaction of the contrast, like the way that I am with other people. I don't think that I could do it by myself on stage.
Yeah. I learned a lot about, I think I'm funnier, like, stand-up wise, like scripted comedy wise alone, based off of the Streamer Awards.
I'm terrible at scripted comedy.
Yeah. Just cause, like, I didn't know how to read. Maya and I are better without script, like, together, but alone I'm better with, like my my roast, like, where I write the stuff down or whatever. Because it was, like, so hard to ad-lib with another person while you also have a script. But we'll figure out how to fix that for next year's Streamer Awards.
Yeah,
but
we were not funny.
We were not. Admittedly, we weren't funny. And our delivery, even if some of the jokes were funny, our delivery was bad because we were just so stiff and nervous.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd give us a break because we had 380,000 viewers.
Yeah, it'll be way better next time.
It'll be way better next time. And I think we'll be just, yeah, it'll be better. Even if we learn our jokes, you know what I'm saying? It'll be better. But, so then they intro this guy. And his whole bit was that he was like, I have hormone issues, and turns out I have a lot of estrogen, so I'm a woman now. And he's like, see, I'm relatable. He's like, that time of the month, right, ladies? And it was like he had some little things I was like, breathe out of the nose, like, oh, you know. But then he starts like on stage, pretends to start rubbing his clit, and is like faking an orgasm, and I'm like, who thinks this is funny? Like, it was so unfunny, it was like painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the original MC comes back on stage. She makes another joke about lyrics from WAP. And it doesn't hit. She's like, mopping up a bucket with my wet ass pussy. Ew, a moppa. And it was just like, it was so bad. It was so bad. Then she intros this other lady whose set was just like, she had a whole thing about Jerry curls, which was a popular haircut, I feel like in the, like, 80s.
Okay. Like
60s through 80s, like Jerry curls. And no one in the audience was laughing at it, and it was just like such a weird thing to write a set about. And she also, her whole thing, like, she first got up, she's half Native American, half African American, and she got on the stage and she starts talking about how, like, yeah, when you're black, you have to prove how black you are to people, you know. And she's like, it's so annoying, it's like blah blah blah. And she like goes on this rant about it, and like it got a few laughs. But then, like, she does the rest of her set, and then she goes, at the very end, she starts talking about how, she's like, I didn't feel bad for Meghan Markle during the Oprah interviews, because, like, she's like, Meghan Markle isn't even black. Like, she, like, starts using the same card that she made fun of against Meghan Markle. And it was like, what? Like, it was just, like, so weird to, like, make fun of one joke and then, like, do it again.
Ew.
And then she, like, She was like, Meghan Markle married into a racist family. And, like, no one's laughing because we all know. We're like, yeah, she did. And she was like, and then the girl's like, literally, Prince Harry, Prince Philip, the dad, or the grandfather of Prince Harry, his 3 sisters married Nazis. And no one's laughing because this is just a history lesson.
Yeah.
And since no one's laughing, she repeats it.
No.
She's like, yeah, guys, like, they were actually Nazis. Like, and, like, goes on this whole thing. No one is laughing. We're just like, yes, this is true. Like, this is a very racist family. We all think they're shitty. Like, it was the most silent set I've ever heard in my entire life. It was so bad. And then the one lady goes back on. She makes a joke again. She's like, my husband's back there, but he's asleep because it's past his bedtime. And you're like, holy shit. And then the guy who's Dane Cook came up,
Okay.
which a lot of people think he's funny, and I will say he's you know, he's a classic. He's a pretty famous comedian, and he's good. He's like a really good storyteller.
Okay.
And so he like tells some stories, gets some laughs. Everybody loves him. I laughed like a few times. He had a few jokes that got me going. You know, they were good. He was pretty okay. He was funny. He wasn't the funniest he's ever been. Like, he's been way funnier like a few years ago, but he was fine. And you know, he's riding the success. Girl comes up, makes another joke. This other guy comes up. He was really good. He was really, really good. He was like using people from the audience to make jokes. He was the funniest one there. His name was like Max the Comedian, or Max Comedian, something like that. And then girl comes up again, makes another wet ass pussy joke, and then the final guy, the closer, comes up, and all of his jokes were like boring marriage jokes, where he's like, oh, I gotta set my phone on record so my wife believes I'm here, and I'm like, holy shit, how is this so, like, this is so overdone. And it was just like, he starts complaining about like the most action he gets is watching his dog hump something, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like, this is so worn out. Like, it was so dumb. Yeah, so he just like went on the wife jokes, and then that was it. But then we leave the show. I'm like, this is when I was on crutches. I'm crutching out to my car. Minx is helping me get into my car. And then Max the Comedian guy is standing there, and I'm too far away and I'm on crutches. I was like, oh, Minx, that was the funny guy. Like, you should tell me I did a good job. You know, like, I would want to be told I did a good job if I did a good job. And so she, like, yells over the car. She's like, you were so funny. And he immediately comes over to the car and starts talking to us. And I was like, okay. And he's, like, super sweet. He's like, oh, what happened to your leg? And I'm like, oh, I tore it, blah, blah, blah. And he's talking to Minx. And then he hits Minx with the, well, what are you doing later?
Like, what do you mean?
No. He hits Minx with the, well, what are you doing now? And she's like, oh, I'm going to hang out with some friends. And he's like, well, what's, like, your number so we can, like, you know, hook up.
Whoa.
Not, like, hook up, but, like, so we can, like, you know, see, like, you know, I'm going somewhere, you're going somewhere, like, maybe we can, like, hang out. And, yeah, it was genuinely so fucking smooth. I was like, this guy does this every night.
Oh.
Because, for sure, like, he gets out of these sets where he's incredibly funny, he's very charismatic, and then ladies probably come up to him and they're like, you did a great job. And then he just, like, he knows how to do it. It's like fucking clockwork to him.
So did they hang out?
He got Minx's number. They never hung out. But, like, Minx, I told, you know, I'm a psychopath, and I told Minx, I was like, Minx, that'd be a funny story. You should invite him over. I was like, make sure he knows, like, that you have friends there, so it's not, like, for sex, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, it ended up not working out, but she did call him, and, like, Minx already told the story on her stream, so I felt fine telling it. But, yeah, she called him, and, like, he was like, oh, well, we're at this, like, private club, like, if you want to come through. And she's like, no, you can come to my friends if you want to hang out. And so, of course, I didn't hang out because he didn't want to go, you know. But, yeah. But he was very funny. He was very, very funny. And I was like, Minx, he was funny enough that, you know, you could give him a smooch.
Respect.
But, yeah, he was great. I encourage you to listen to one of his sets. He was really, really good. And that was that story. Sorry, it was long.
No, it's fine. I've never been to a comedy show because I think they're all cringe. I'm gonna be honest. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Like, I am starting to get nauseous.
All right, guys.
It's like a greenhouse.
It is. For anyone who doesn't know, the Wine About It podcast is built in a shed.
Yeah, and it's not.
And it's really hot.
Yeah.
So we are going to go inside and continue with the rest of our events. Durs is going to load up into this backpack.
Okay, Durs, you're gonna love it. Ready?
Guys, I'm adopting this cat. We found it at the cat cafe. I'm saving his life.
Yeah, he loves the backpack. Don't zip him
I
up.
know. I'm trying to get his butt in.
There you go, Durs. He loves it in there.
There he is, chat.
Safe.
Let him go. Madge, if Durs was out for even, like, 3 hours, he would die.
He would die.
We cannot
He can't survive. A freaking
afford-
hawk would, like, pick him up or something.
Okay,
Will you...
you gonna grab the things and I'll grab the backpack?
If you want to do that, I can grab the backpack.
Okay, I'll grab the things.
Okay, you grab the things because they're harder for me to... Where's my phone?
I have it in my
Oh.
pocket.
Yay!
She always loses it, so I have it.
Alright, chat, we are gonna go inside, and maybe it might be French toast time.
I'm really hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck.
I think it's French toast time. If it's not here yet, it's goat yoga time. And just wait until you see our goat. Look, you guys never get to see the ceiling, but this is the ceiling of
It's
Wine
pretty
About It.
sick, right? It actually is a sick studio.
We have a cool studio, no big deal. You guys can see it my nose. Anyway, you guys are staring at the Girls Trip logo, because
Girls trip with the oh, they're just pissed.
he's so mad. Trip with the ladies. Okie dokie, okie dokie. There's yelling from the... Okay. Alright, we are live. We do sadly have to set up down here.
Is that the death of gaming?
Yeah, kinda. Unless you want to move like the little TV.
Is that the death of gaming?
It is kind of the death of gaming.
What
I'm
a
sorry.
run though. 8 years.
8 years. 8 years and 2 beers later.
Bit more than 2.
What's it doing? Is it mad?
No, it's climbing. After a little bit coming in here, but
Yeah.
is it okay now? Oh, it's dark, huh?
What, how heavy it is? Oh yeah, I'm gonna take more.
Trying to move this.
What are you doing? He's holding it like that.
Here you go, kitty.
I'll take it.
Out you go.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Out you go, kitty. Get out now. Get on out. Out you go, kitty. Kitty, you can leave now. You could get out now. Anytime now.
Hello?
Is it working?
Why is it so dark?
I don't know. It's like not. It doesn't adjust automatically for some reason. I think I messed with the settings.
Oh, it's one of these. It's the same problem.
Like the cactus, like the cactus. The cactus, like
All right.
the hostage is like falling in love with the captor. I can't remember the term.
Stockholm syndrome.
That's it, Stockholm, yeah.
I'm unplugging your laptop, Josh.
Dude, no.
I think it's charged.
Dude, please.
It's done.
She needs this.
It's been killed.
And your laptop. Now spike his laptop on the ground.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna throw it.
Do you want a hand or you're right?
We're just I was just troubleshooting some things. They're saying way too dink. Camera may be overheated.
No, it's not overheated.
17 pixels. I can try entering the Wi-Fi too. Just to be super safe.
Where's Bob?